On Focus today, we are looking at another aspect of the Nigerian capital market, this time dealing with the commodity exchange and talking specifically about the work of Commodity Brokers Association of Nigeria. My guest here is the Financial Secretary, Azeez Gbolahan Bello. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Azeez, what exactly do we call a commodity exchange and how does it work? Let's talk about its function.
Okay, a commodity exchange is an organized market, okay, that exists for trading in commodities, okay, and this market is regulated by rules which the exchange put in place to guide the market operators, and then the functions include are immense. The functions are immense, and we look at price discovery. The price discovery function is a function whereby the interplay of forces of demand and supply determines the price on the exchange in such a manner that there is no manipulation. The available information reflects efficiently in the prices of commodities. Also, we look at price transparency. There is always a reference price that is available to all market operators at every point in time. Wherever they are always looking at the market. And we also have a function of information accessibility. Market data is always available to all market participants.
Okay, let's look at what you say commodity, you trade in commodity. Define what you call commodity. What are they?
Yeah, a commodity is an item of tradable value, of economic value, okay, that is that can be exchanged, okay, in an organized manner. And when I say an item, basically we have different forms of commodity. We have hard commodities, we have soft commodities, and we have energy commodities. They come in different forms. The hard commodities are those that are mined. The soft commodities are those that are grown. Like we have crops, maize, sorghum, millet, etc. And the energy commodities could be electricity. It could be carbon emission, okay, which are tradable in some climes. So that economic value enables that exchange to take place. But in this manner, when we talk about the commodity exchange, there is this organized form of trading, okay, where we have rules that guide the market in such a manner that you have an efficient market and a market that has integrity, and then we have confidence in such structured market.
So why should the country and the investing public take great interest in the development and growth of a commodity exchange?
Okay, if you look at the government economic plan, the ERGP, okay, the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan, there's this part of that policy that indicates that Nigeria intends to grow agriculture GDP by into 20 trillion naira by 2020, okay, and this is expected to go at an average of about 6.92%. Okay, this is 2018, okay, and I do not feel we have moved in that direction. So if you look at our teeming population and the teeming population of the youths who require jobs, and where we have the resources to make this happen, a commodity exchange will definitely jumpstart operations within the economy in such a it will kickstart events within the economy in such a way that job creation will begin to surface in all of the agri value chain because of an organized setting that has been put in place.
We are so familiar with the operation of the stock markets, and we know the structure. We have the trading floor, we have the brokers who are the professionals, then the market managers. So these commodity exchange that appear new to many of us, what is the structure that enables a commodity exchange to become vibrant? And just let us know.
Okay, at the moment, a commodity exchange has the major structure is a warehouse, okay, and that pillar of the operations of the commodity exchange has not been established yet in the country. However, there are deliberate policies on the part of policymakers, i.e. the National Assembly, to enact a warehouse receipt bill that is still in the works. And the moment a warehouse receipt bill is put in place, it creates a link between agriculture and finance. So that nexus begins to bring in all other parties, the warehouse operators, the collateral managers. You will see commodity exchanges beginning to spring up in all parts of the country where there are areas of comparative advantage for some people to establish commodity exchange. Insurance companies, the banks, the aggregators, the farmers, cooperatives, they will begin to key into that warehouse receipt bill, which provides a leverage for farmers to access finance. And that has been a bane of development. The commodity exchange will provide that platform, and that will result into significant economic growth for this nation and will provide jobs for our teeming youths.
But that being the case, yeah, why then should the warehouse not be available when efforts are being made for commodity exchange, you know, to spread and then bring out function? It should have been the first thing that ought to have been in place.
There are warehouses, okay? There are warehouses all over Nigeria. We have
functional warehouses.
Yeah, functional silos. But you know, the structure of a commodity exchange, like I said, requires a legal and regulatory framework. It is that warehouse receipt bill that will put in place a structure for which warehouses can be accredited to operate under an exchange. And that will serve farmers, cooperatives, and farmers, and that will in turn enable those farmers to use whatever warehouse receipts, okay, they have obtained by depositing their agri produce in the warehouses to obtain finance in banks, or use that as collateral for loans. And those warehouse receipts are even tradable on the Nigerian Commodity Exchange.
Okay, let's look at the standards for the commodities that you are likely to trade at the commodity exchange or exchanges as they may be. What are there, and how do you maintain the standards? How do you do?
Okay, as commodity brokers, who are licensed to trade on the Nigerian Commodity Exchange presently, there have been rigorous trainings that we've been put through with respect to assaying of agri produces. Okay, and when I say assaying, I mean standardization of agricultural produce. Presently, farmers churn out produces, yes. You know, they get finances, they have seeds, they churn out the produces, but is it demand-led? Will an agro-processor like a Nestle or a Brewers purchase such agricultural produce? Is it useful to them? Okay, so a commodity exchange will have standards. Contracts on the commodity exchange will have standards.
Is the government helping you to exist or grow, or is it just a private sector driven affair? Who finances the operations of the commodity exchange that we are expecting? At
the moment, the Nigerian Commodity Exchange is a government parastatal exchange, okay, and there are actually actions and policies in place to revitalize that exchange. Okay, the NSIA, Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority, recently showed interest, okay, in revitalizing that exchange. That is already in the works. So you will get to see more activity in the exchange in that respect.
Okay, so when are you going to hit big on the national level so that we feel the impacts of the commodity exchange all over the country?
Yeah, we expect the federal government to actually provide incentives for kickstarting activities on the exchange. We expect pronunciation, we expect the federal government to show more interest. Mounting platitude is not sufficient for development of agriculture. We need to see action. We need to see the warehouse receipt bill being passed and assented to by the president. Okay, we need to see the institute bill being passed by the president as well. We also expect the CBN to show more concern in the development of a commodity exchange with respect to encouraging the linkage between agric and finance, so that investors can see light in agribusiness, which I believe will create jobs for our teeming youth in Nigeria.
Mr. Azeez, let's leave it there. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Speaking with Azeez Gbolahan Bello, the Financial Secretary of our Commodity Brokers Association of Nigeria, midwiving this great exchange to come in and deliver great functions for the Nigerian economy.
And that's it on Business Week. I'll leave you with the graphics of the commodities market. Join me again same time next week. I am Yemisi Lanredo.